Hi and welcome to my channel, which is for you who have a narcissistic mother. And on my channel I talk about what this has been like for you growing up and the effects it has on your adult life and how to heal, viewed from a holistic, psychological but also spiritual perspective. When you have a narcissistic mother, you're going to have to set very different and much harsher boundaries to her than you have when you don't have a narcissistic mother. She's entitled, selfish, wants to be in control and wants to use people to and use you in order to get her way and what she wants. So that means that you get into a place where you cannot take the normal considerations that other people do when they assert themselves with their mothers, because they can have a dialogue, they can talk about things. Hopefully not everyone can, but a lot of people can have some kind of dialogue, can have some kind of compromise, can have two people in this relationship. She can't. So it means that you've probably been pushed over your boundaries so much in your life because she's been just getting her way with you. So if you're going to live well, you're going to have to set boundaries. You're going to have to protect yourself. You're going to have to have some walls up so that she cannot just carry on taking from you and carry on using you in her toxic game. Setting boundaries with a narcissistic mother means that you feel the heat of that. You need to set perhaps really strict boundaries, such as some people have to go no contact, some people go low contact, other people try to set different kind of boundaries, but you're going to have to maybe be so firm to her because she's so manipulative. If you allow her a small millimeter, she will take that millimeter and trespass all over your boundaries because she doesn't want you to have any. So that means that you're going to have to set really firm boundaries, which feels really uncomfortable to do because it's so far from a normal kind of relationship that we are exposed to from. So it can feel like really unempathic, but you're dealing with someone who is really unempathic, and that's why you, in a way, end up being unempathic to her. But it must come from a place of deep empathy for yourself. So don't forget that. If she wasn't this unempathic, you wouldn't have to be either. So there has been a pattern then of her just controlling the family, controlling things like traditions, how she wants to have family gatherings, controlling everything. And you've grown up to become quite pleasing, overgiving, lacking boundaries, over-empathic and sensitive, and so on. So then if there should be a situation where she's getting older and you are coming more into awareness of all of this and you're strengthening, then there comes a point when you're setting these boundaries and asserting your will. And depending on the power dynamics and so on going on, there might be some situations where she feels her control slipping. And what can happen then is that she will then act more friendly to you, appear as if she wants to be in a dialogue with you, appear as if she will give and compromise with you, and so on. But then that's when you have to remember that you can't carry on letting a taker take more from you. Don't forget what she's really been like. Don't let yourself manipulate in this way. This is really difficult because you don't really, it can feel to you if you don't go into a dialogue and start compromising with her now that she's feeling pushed and she's like trying to wheel into this and get her way in this way. It can feel as if you're actually being really harsh on her, uncompromising, unempathic, and so on. All the things that she's actually been can feel for you as if you are now. But don't forget, it's actually her. And you are simply feeling the feelings that they belong to her. And because you can't carry on giving to someone who's taken so much from you, it will just tear you down further. So you're gonna have to maybe just allow those feelings to be there and be next to them. So remember that when you are dealing with your narcissistic mother and you're setting boundaries and asserting yourself, it's something that you have to do in order to stop her from taking your whole life, your health, your relationships, your happiness, and spreading toxins into your life, which she has been doing already for a big part of your life. So it's necessary to have these boundaries, and with a narcissistic mother it's going to feel really painful and horrible to set really harsh boundaries, and maybe you have to avoid seeing her very often and so on, which doesn't feel good when it's your mother, but you have to do it. And if she comes around and realizes that she doesn't have full control anymore over you, then she might try to manipulate this and then be willing to be in a dialogue with you. But remind yourself of that she is a narcissist, that she's taken from you, that she never saw you, she was never interested in your feelings. She's taken again and again and again from you. So don't let yourself be manipulated. And when you set the boundaries and you assert yourself, then beware of and try to come from a place of standing firmly in your adult self and knowing in your heart that this is necessary. You can love her from a distance if you feel that you do. You can love her from a distance, or at least her spirit. You can love her spirit from a distance, even if her personality and who she is someone you cannot forgive or love. If you can calmly come from an adult position when you do this, this is really great. If you can't, if you're reactive, so try to avoid being reactive, being triggered, punishing, and then just know you're coming from a place where you're actually just protecting yourself, and you need to do this. And allowing the chaos of emotions and feeling like unempathic, all the feelings related to how she's truly been can come up. Just remind yourself that this isn't you. This is it's not, it doesn't belong to you, basically. It's just coming up because of the way she is. It can come up emotionally, but do stay in your adult self and remind yourself of this. And do not think that you will necessarily get any support from family. It might appear from the outside that you are not being empathic to her, that you are selfish, and so on. They don't understand. They haven't been in your shoes. They don't want to know. They are controlled and in the system, and let them. If you at least have to try to get to a place more and more so where you can let them have their feelings about this, their thoughts about this. You have to go with the truth inside that is right for you. So if you find this helpful, then and if you'd like to work with me, I've created a spiritual love meditation, which is a way to connect with your deepest essence of who you are, your spiritual self, the core of you, and feel the connection and the power of that, and send love and healing to your wounded child inside, which is the one who can get really triggered and feel all this pain and has felt all this pain. So that is a really help to get to a more solid place inside of yourself. So it's not a very big investment, and it would be a really good step to start there to strengthen yourself. So the link to this meditation that you can purchase is in the description of this video. If you also want, you can subscribe to my channel. Please do. If this speaks to you, then please do. And you're very welcome to come into my soulful email community. There's a link in the commentary and or description here. You're very welcome. I hope to see you again, and I wish you the best. You're not alone in this. There are many of us who know exactly what this is. So let's support each other, and I hope to see you again. Have a wonderful day.